All right, what the fuck is going on a Wednesday night? You're over the hump, god damn it. Friday's not too far away, and it's time for another double shot Reapers Underground week. Hell yeah. And we're starting out with one of my new favorite directors. How do you say your last name, sir?
Yeah, I know. Moutsatos.
Okay, Moutsatos. Gotcha.
You got it. It's Greek.
Yay!
You got it. You got it.
You know, so many times I have somebody new on and I fuck it up and then I feel horrible.
You're not the first person to fuck it up. Try my entire life.
I love it. And we're going to get into this awesome film career with some of the great movies that he's been putting out. And if you don't know about it, God damn it, you will tonight. And you're going to want to go check this shit out. So before we get started, we're going to take a quick commercial break to my brothers in Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions. Check it out. That's right. Nice. Villain Arts Tattoo Conventions, the biggest in the United States and, quite frankly, all over the world. If they are coming to your town, whether you're a tattoo person like myself, where I get a lot of tattoos, or you just want to come see those awesome performances, there's so many cool people to meet. And I'm thinking that me and my dark Queen Mischief is going to be doing the one that's next weekend in Denver.
Oh, wow.
Come down, check us out, hang out with us, get some stuff signed by us. It'll be a good time. All right. We are back with producer, director, Michael Moutsatos.
Hey!
And Miss Kayla, I am so proud of you. She said, look at me. I made it on time. All right. So we'll be answering as many questions tonight as we can. So First of all, welcome to the Underground, good sir. And well, we're just going to jump right into it.
Well,
so
thanks.
What got you into wanting to make some really cool horror indie films?
Okay, well, a little backstory. I won't keep it too long. I came from the other side of the camera. I was an actor. Surprise. Actor in New York City, did a lot of movies, Broadway, stuff like that. Came out here, pursued the same type of a dream to be an actor. Always wanted to be a filmmaker. Obviously, with the times that we're in today, the technology, anybody can do it now. 10 years ago, no. 15 years ago, no. You needed the camera. You needed the big crew. You needed this. Today, it's the phone. Make a movie. Put it out there. Whatever.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's like, dude, the festivals, oh, my God, they're getting more and more and more people. I mean, everybody wants to make a movie. It's like insane.
Oh, and everyone thinks they're good at it, and that's what I find funny, which is why, like I said, people like yourselves are the
Man,
ones that are standing out.
I've seen some films, and it's like, God bless people. Let me put it to you that way. I've seen stuff on Tubi. I've seen stuff on Shudder. I'm a big horror nerd. I got into doing writing about 15 years ago. Got my feet wet, so now I've written like, probably over 50, 60 scripts. Again,
Wow.
I did like 7 feature films before I did The Butcher in 2019, and all of that laid the groundwork as a film school. My movies sucked. But they weren't as bad as half the garbage that's out there today. Let me put it to you that way. They're like The Godfather compared to the crap I've seen. But you're teaching. As a filmmaker, you need to know everything. Okay, I suggest that people not only write and produce and score your films, know cinematography, cinematography, lighting. Hey, Serenity, mwah. Daddy's princess. One of my new cats.
That's okay. I'm sure mine will show up at some point.
She had to make an appearance. Yeah, no. So know how to work your camera. Know how to do the DP. Know about everything I edit. Nobody touches my movie except me. That's it. Because I know what I want. It's my vision. It's my brain. I write and direct my own stuff. I don't direct anybody. I don't direct anybody else's. I don't want to know of anybody else's. Not saying things are bad. I just don't care. I have ideas. I have opinions, and as long as I get the money. I mean, half the stuff I've done, as I was a waiter, I finance myself. My last 3 films, Ravage and Ravage Nation, I had really nice people, friends who helped me out, who donated, who gave me funding. I hate crowdfunding. I hate begging people.
Man.
I hate begging
see
people
what you
for
guys
money.
go through.
I did the Indiegogo thing, and it's just it's not my bag. It's not me.
It really isn't for a lot of folks. I see.
But what I did was I offer perks, producers perks, whether executive, producer, associate. If you want to be killed in my movie with lines, IMDb credit, X amount of dollars. I've had people do that. I mean, right now, thank God for the fact that with my new movie, 12 Days of Carnage, I've had people that, like 6, 7, 8 producers, people like giving me money that way.
Sure.
I mean, I worked at Maggiano's at the Grove for 11 years. It closed in October. I'm trying to get a job. You know what I'm saying? It's been like I go to job interviews and everybody wants 20 and done. They don't want experience. Yeah. So it's one of those kind of things. I don't want to bore the people with my background of me trying to get a job. But anyhow, I am. Nobody
we
cares.
Suffer for our art. God damn it, we're artists.
Nobody cares. But yeah.
I like to think some do.
The thing. Well, they do because I have been lucky. I've been lucky and I've been blessed by people. I had an actor that was an extra in Ravage, and he contacted me and he wanted to be a producer in my new movie. And we met. We had lunch. He gave me a big amount of money. So yeah, it's people like it is people like that have been reaching out to me and that had the faith in me. I mean, come on, how many people that start as an extra? You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, I did this guy's movie, and they move on. So I've had good blessings from people who believed in me, So it's been helping me. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I mean, back to I don't know if I veered off your question, but you have to. I start talking. Just say shut up.
Oh, it's
Um,
all good.
okay. So it's like,
JD says it's the motherfucking butcher. Ha ha. You have a big
hey,
fan in JD.
okay, hey JD, yeah, man, it's the butcher, yeah. That kind of like that started my thing. It was like you have one calling card, and
Yep.
I didn't think the other movies were good enough to send out into film festivals. They were good, but they weren't what I considered to be a calling card.
Oh, it's beautifully dark.
So I put the butcher out there, um, and slowly, and it started getting wins. And then the trophies
Quite a
came.
bit.
Yeah, 65 wins. And that was when I was still a little struggling with as far as some sound issues were concerned. I was using lavs, but not on the actor. I put the lavs like on the table next to them, and then
Uh-huh.
tweaking the sound in there. Now I just do shotguns. Fuck that shit. It's like right on the
Whatever
camera,
works best, man.
shotgun mic, man. That's it. The best fucking sound going. Yeah. So, and then that got me, to do Ravage. 20. That was in the middle of COVID, actually. Getting
Yes.
yeah. So we were like filming towards the tail end of COVID, at the LA River, and it was supposed to be just a short. And I had a friend of mine that's been in my other movies, and OCD, ADD, sugar, crazy, this, that, fucking fired the guy. There can only be
Hey,
one.
dead
There
weight
can
is
only
dead weight.
there can only be one crazy man. It's me. You know what I'm saying? I got
For
15
sure.
people. I got 15 people in my head. No, I'm joking.
I feel like
Um,
that every day.
exactly. So then a good friend of mine, Phil Herman, one of my producers, a good friend of mine that's in New York, he said
Great
no.
guy.
He said no. You need to do feature films. Better marketing, better getting it out there. People don't give a shit about shorts. He was right. So yeah, long story short, I got two other people. Blah 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 blah. They didn't work out. Fucking fired them. I got a friend. I got a friend. What people have delusions of grandeur. I'm starring. Okay, Norma Desmond, you're fucking starring. Then they want more. They want more money. They want this. They want that. Here, okay.
I mean, as
Come
an
on,
indie actor
man.
myself, you're trying to get out there in the scene. Just because you've done 1,000, movies here and there or whatever, there's no stars. Come on. And if you want to be known as a great actor, you're going to want to act your ass off in whatever film you're in. Don't matter how much you're getting paid for that shit.
It would be okay if
Because,
they had IMDb credits, for fuck's sakes, not
I
two
mean,
fucking
yeah,
shorts. Give me a break, man.
for
So
sure.
anyhow, so I got this great guy, Jake Scazzaro. I had written a script called Amityville Legend.
Badass.
Yeah, I don't get the Amityville crap that they're doing today. Mine takes place a year before the 1972. It actually
Oh,
starts in
hell yeah.
it starts in vaudeville in 1945, and then it
Oh,
goes up
it's
to
wonderful.
1972. And yeah,
Period
so
pieces are great.
yeah, so I was going to use this guy as the lead killer in that. I wanted to do it. It needed like at least $100,000. I wasn't going to do it for like 50 or whatever. Um, Long story short, I got Jake to be in Ravage. He crushed it. I did it between making it look like Contagion. If you're familiar with the Soderbergh movie Contagion with Kate
Yes.
Winslet and and Gwyneth Paltrow and all that shit, and then it becomes I Am Legend. So with starting off as guys at a restaurant, off the phone. I kind of like copied the opening of Cajun. the waitress goes over, gets his credit card, then she touches the elevator button, washes her hands, throws up, she gets sick, blah, 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 the next person, the next person, the next person. And then what I did was, and everybody, all the nations, the world were blaming each other for COVID. So
Yes.
World War III broke out. And then this guy, Dean Taylor's the character, he thinks he's the only person left on the planet.
Yeah.
I am legend. Hasn't seen anybody in 12 years. As with anybody would, you start going a little mad, a little stir crazy, cabin fever. So that's his journey into madness. And so towards the end of the movie, when he does come across a person and then some creatures and zombies and mutations and whatnot.
Welcome,
Great
Relic
film.
Black.
Yeah, I mean, it got like 54 awards as well. So that was doing pretty dope. So I wanted to make it into a trilogy. So the next one was Ravage Nation. So I took it a step further. I love the Planet of the Apes. You're gonna dig this. So I made COVID into the CV5 virus. So women that also had it, that were pregnant, gave birth to mutations, zombies, zombies, creatures, whatever it was, freaks of nature, if you will. And this takes place in the year 2036, 4 years after Ravage. Ravage took place in the year 2032. So all apocalyptic. Ravage Nation, we filmed at the LA River. We filmed at Sweets of Falls. We filmed at the it's one out in Malibu. I'm drawing a blank on the name. As El Segundo or Falls or something like that. Anyhow, so it's just filled out there, woods, desolate, that kind of a thing, apocalyptic, dark, bleak. And then at the end of the movie, which I won't give away, but you've seen it, that's where the Planet of the Apes, a chimpanzee, a monkey talks. So I won't, so that, that gets that. People have thousands of years of COVID. People were sending into festivals, COVID movie, the mask, the this,
I can
the
only
that,
imagine.
Oh my God, and it's like, I had a friend of mine that has a film festival, and he's like, but we want originality. We could have 50 COVID movies, but what makes your COVID movie better than everybody else's?
Better than everyone else's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a hot topic at the time. So you got to come up with something. I mean, with The Butcher, if you break it down, if you are a horror fan, my guy Thaddeus has got mad cow disease.
Yeah.
So that's different than being a regular guy going out and grabbing people. But I did a spin on Hostel.
Yeah, I could tell just from that poster. Time I saw it.
Instead of Americans going to Europe, the Europeans come to the United States.
Yeah,
and they stay in the hostels in Hollywood Boulevard or these whatever, and Thaddeus hates foreigners. So he's injecting his blood into these foreigners. So now they all have mad cow disease. And to make one better, he cuts up and slices the people because he's a chef. Why not? And he owns 4 restaurants. Why not? So now everybody in LA came down with mad cow disease. And him and his henchmen, they beat and torture and have their way with foreigners. Maria Olsen, she's my mom. I love Maria Olsen. She's a really cool lady. So that was a blast. That's a slasher movie. Then I took a break and did the Ravage Nations. They're good. They don't go into all the festivals. They're not into the grindhouse festivals and that kind of stuff because that's where they want like Art the Clown shit. So I went back now with 12 Days of Carnage, doing slasher, but not doing slasher schlock, as I call it. There's
Sure.
slasher, there's good, I mean, there's The Exorcist, and then there's Amityville Toilet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on.
Mhm.
People have done 30 Amityville movies because it's public domain.
Right.
And they're just making schlock. The eyeball coming out, the fake intestines. It looks like people took their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their girlfriend. They went in the backyard. They made a movie. They're filming in their bedroom to save location space. They're filming in their bathroom. Ooh, let's go make a movie, Judy Garland. And it's, I get blood coming out, but we just chopped up a guy with an axe. And reality, when you go into a body, first of all, the axe sticks in the body. It just doesn't go, wee! Let's hit him again.
Sure doesn't.
And then the blood doesn't start splattering out. The blood soaks out of the skin. If these people took the time and did research with doctors, a knife, a bullet wound, you want to be Tarantino, so do I. But not from those kind of a wound does it start spraying blood, and you back there, and then you're hanging the eyeball out, and you're doing this, and you're just trying to be as schlocky as you can, trying to get attention. Hey, look at me. We have 45 kills, and they're all crap on a shingle. Where's the story?
I love it. As a matter of fact, JD's wondering, is The Butcher on any streaming services currently?
The Butcher had a premiere on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's also on Vimeo.
Okay, that's where you can find it out there in Black Flame Land. You heard it here.
Yeah.
YouTube and Vimeo. You can find it. Watch that shit. If you like dark, sinister shit, this is the one for you. I'm a huge fan of that one myself. So.
Oh, thank you. That's sweet.
That's
really sweet.
When I think of a slasher film, I think of just absolute fucking madness.
Thank you.
Not just, I mean, of course, everyone always loves Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger. Sometimes they talk, sometimes they don't. But when you break it down to something that's so much more human, it makes it more real. And that's what I fucking love.
Thank you.
I'm sure everybody out in the comment section as well. Anybody out there besides JD that's seen this film, let us know what you thought. We got Michael right here, the creator. Shit. So let's kind of explore the Ravage, series, because they all coincide so well, based on the whole COVID madness. And it's not far-fetched, folks, because I've seen people during that time literally think that the world was going to die.
Well, you know what it was? I mean, if you were following the news, every day there was a mutation. So it was mutating. So I said, okay, COVID in my movie is mutating. CV, COVID, CV5 virus. Kind of did a little Resident Evil-ish,
very much.
I like throwing those things into my movies, my favorite horror films and whatnot.
JD said, dude, I about shit myself when I seen you had Michael on here tonight. Well, hopefully you got some toilet paper, goddammit.
Yeah, there you go. Hello. Double ply, not single ply.
That's right. Fuck. Don't skimp out. It's important.
But just 1 second, I just want to say something quickly about The Butcher.
Sure.
I had a technical issue with The Butcher on my hard drive, and I lost footage. Thank God I didn't lose Maria's. I had the beginning, I had the ending, and a lot of the kill scenes. So, I was watching it. I have a big screen in my house, And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a nice movie. And I'm like, I'm a little fucking bored by it. And I lost a lot of the torture scenes. We refilmed those, and I had to up the game more.
Mm-hmm.
These are new torture scenes that are in the movie. The guys that are
Oh,
chained up in the
yeah.
bathroom, and then we're slicing the back, and I'm eating the meat from there. Yeah, like that. And so good stuff came out of the Phoenix rising from the ashes. It made the film 1,000% better because they were better.
We lost your audio a little bit. Might want to check your earphones real quick. I don't know if you're speaking through that or your computer. Yeah, we can't hear you. Oh, it's on your phone. Might be an issue with the jack. While we're taking care of that, we're going to be right back with Michael and just fascinating films that we're discussing. Check out Poison Valley Clothing right now. All right, Michael will be right back with us here in just a moment, and because just a little bit of a technical difficulty with his phone connection, so give us just a moment. But while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the latest trailer for Ravage that just came out, finished 2023. Check this stuff out. Just so you know, sometimes technical difficulties happen. He'll be right back with us. So check this out.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I left and then Kate logged back on again. So you can hear me now. Good, right?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Rock and roll. So where are we
We're
picking it
showing
up?
the Ravage trailer.
Oh yeah. I'm watching it now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I wanted to do something a little differently, like I said, and Ravage is supposed to be 3 parts. I don't know if I'm actually going to do the third one. If I do, I'm going to have to do it with a different lead. I got into a thing with my my other guy that was going to be in Carnage. Hi. Yeah, so it's like Ravage Nation though is its own standalone film. It is. Oh, now I can hear the trailer. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Paris
Thanks,
blown
JD.
up.
Didn't
Yeah,
realize.
Paris. Yeah, it was just frozen there. So that's why I was like, what?
2019.
Technology.
Plague was brought upon us. It started overseas in Wuhan, China. Slowly, quietly at first. No one in the United States paid much attention to it. Then a few cases popped up here and there. Later, we were to find out our president knew all too real the dangers that were to engulf us all.
My name is Dean Taylor. I am immune. I will be at the LA River every day at noon. I am a survivor.
Absolutely love that scene because you can just see he's losing his
My
mind.
name is Dean Taylor. The year is 2032. I am the last human alive. I'm telling you this because this is the only story that's left to tell. How's it going, Marv? Still me and you, but no pointing Sue, huh? Let me ask you a question, buddy. Do you ever hear growling noises outside the door at night? No? No, you haven't. I didn't think so.
Want my advice? Don't ever point a gun at me.
That kick was perfectly placed. I just love this dude.
Fred Durst.
What are you doing?
Getting my dinner. You
I
must have
totally
just
see it
had a
now.
fight with a ketchup bottle.
Holy shit.
There's no dinner here.
Love
All
Edgar Allan
right.
Poe. Love Poe.
You know, I mean, Poe is good anytime, but
Yeah.
very well works extremely well with this film in particular. So just got to address a couple of things out in the comment section. So
Okay, cool.
we got JD says it looks better than the Terrifier. So apparently the cinematography is definitely, I mean, it shows, you know, how clear and crisp things are. And JD, that magazine with me on the front cover, it's More Grot magazine. That issue comes out just a bit later this month. So I will definitely let you know when it hits.
Yeah.
But man, I love the overall feel of that film. And it's no secret, guys, out there in Black Flame Land, y'all have seen it just now. That you can tell why this film has gotten the accolades that it's has.
Thank you.
As well as the awards and whatnot. So
thank you. And I did the DP work. That's me.
You see, I you know, it's like my father always used to say, "Keep it simple, stupid." That means if you don't need someone else, do it your fucking self, because you know it's going to come out the way you want it.
Well, you know, that and the fact that, you know, okay, with The Butcher, obviously I'm in it 90% of the movie. So right. I had another friend that was doing it, you know, and then when he couldn't be there and I'm not in the scene, I was doing the DP work, but I gave him credit. The thing is, you don't want to get, you know, we're filming tomorrow and then at 1 o'clock, oh, I can't make it, I'm sick. You know, and then you're standing, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, I can jump in and do it because I know how to do it. But there's a lot of people that are like, oh my God, what do I do? Goodness gracious. And I'm like, well, fucking do it yourself. You know, I mean, come on. So,
I mean, shit, if you're good at what you do, fucking do it. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, you know,
let's deep dive right now. And all of you out there in the comment section in Black Flame Land, all my demons, share this out. Share it everywhere. All the horror groups on Facebook, you know, you all are stalking that shit. Share it now. Let them see this. They need to see this, because what we're about to talk about now is this wonderful, tasty little morsel we like to call 12 Days of Carnage. So, what gave you the idea to kind of get into the Christmas spirit, as it were?
Yeah, I always wanted to do a Christmas movie.
Thank you, JD. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, everybody out there. Yeah, I always wanted to do a Christmas movie, but this is an anthology. It's 4 stories written by me,
Mm-hmm.
directed by me. So where other people might have an anthology or a trilogy or whatever, they have other directors doing it, other directors filming it, which is great. I love seeing that kind of stuff. But this is
Sure.
all, yeah. I mean, why not? But the thing is, the lead character Alex, who slash Santa, is in every one of the anthologies. He's linked to all the stories. So it's not just one particular killer or whatnot. There's a
Mm-hmm.
reason. There's a reasoning for him. He's just not a showpiece with a machete to go out there. I mean, he's got lines. He deals with his friends. He deals with his mother. He deals with all these other issues that are out there. But he's got a couple of wires loose. So I'm showing different chapters, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
We also filmed a scene. Krampus is in the movie. He makes an appearance.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Krampus even enters into the fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He just
Getting serious now, people.
kills this girl and the blood and yeah. I mean, this guy was really great. I really didn't. I took the prosthetic with me, and a friend of a friend was doing the still photography. But this guy was tall and skinny, and once he put the Santa Claus outfit on and the prosthetic with the horns and the hair coming down, he got into. This guy was climbing the mountains and jumping. He ran through the creek. In one scene, he fell, which I was able to cut. I was able to cut as he's going after the girl, But yeah. So there's also some really cool new. I don't want to use the word trick photography, but there's some really cool scenes that we've never seen in movies before.
Nice.
You got to have, it has to have its own voice. Whether you're doing a certain lighting or whether you're doing a certain coloring or whether you're doing a certain camera movement or an angle or an upside down flip or whatever it is in your movie, but it has to have its own voice. I'm not the cookie cutter kind of guy. If you want that, don't watch my movies. No, seriously, I love filmmaking so much that why not try to bring people something a little different?
Different points of view. That's really what the camera does.
Yeah.
And if you can get it from so many different angles, like you said, it literally does have its own voice because it's a different perspective on what you're seeing.
I mean, as me, as the writer, as the director, I'm living with this in my brain for so long. I mean, so I've sent small snippets to what we just shot to a few people, and they're digging it already.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's already a win in my book.
Yeah, private friends of mine. So, that have been helping me along, and some of the other actors that are in the movie. But again, it's not an easy movie. Like I said, I had to change the lead actor to a really good friend of mine. And then it wasn't always 12 Days of Carnage. And it started being A Slay to Remember.
That's not a bad working title, I mean, it's definitely grabs you a little bit more than my favorite one, which is A Christmas Horror Story.
Yeah. But other friends of mine have the word slay in SLAY. Then I changed it to Santa Slays. And I liked it, but then again, I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, 12 to 15 people are doing horror Christmas movies. What the fuck, man? Did you start copying me? Jesus. So
Oh,
now
it's a hot commodity in the
it
indie
is.
world. I mean, there's
I'm
so
joking.
many.
I'm joking, but yeah, there's so much garbage. But so the 12 days of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 days of
Right.
carnage. Na, 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 na. That's what this is. So
And a
Santa on the
machete and a pear tree.
right. So yeah. So Santa brings on the 11th day he did this. On the 12th day he brought mayhem and carnage, which is actually in the movie. Those words are in the movie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
JD
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
gave us an idea here.
Go ahead.
He says, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Reapers beware. With Reaper as a blood-hungry Reaper. Big hit right there.
There you go.
Never know.
You never know. Yeah.
I love it. I'd watch it too, Kayla. Shit. I'd like to be the one.
Yeah. I had this other guy, like I was telling you earlier, that fit the bill, but wasn't the actor. And we're out there, we're filming, and I'm a cool dude. You can improvise.
I can tell, man. I'd have a blast on your set.
You can improvise. You can, my one pet peeve is don't self-cut. I've had people that would like trip and get up. Oh, can we do it again? What the fuck? That could have been good in the movie, you dumb fuck. Why did you stop?
Some of the best shit happens by mistake, and if the director likes it, fuck it, don't quit.
Yeah. So I mean, luckily I only did that once to one actor. I didn't wig out too bad, but back to Ragged. So we're out there, man, and we're filming, and it's like 12 fucking takes for this one scene, and then I'm even
That's a lot of time and energy.
3, 1, 2, or 3. I've got in first takes. I've got in rehearsals that were in the movie. Outside, other than like a plane going by or a helicopter or an old lady on a bicycle going by across the camera. Other than a little technical difficulty, I have actors where they've nailed it by 3. I'll do 1, a second one, and then backup safety, playback, everything good in camera. Move on.
Throw some blood on her. She won't come back.
Why are you wasting some time? That's why I love Clint Eastwood. He told Matt Damon. Matt Damon said, can we do one more? And he's like, why are you wasting everybody's time right now? We got it. Clint Eastwood, we got it. Matt Damon, we have it. One take. We got it. Move on. Time is money.
Time is money. And as long as it was delivered the way it was meant to be, why change it?
Exactly. Like I
feel that.
For me, of course, I'll do a backup. Let's do it one more time, guys. Because a glitch could happen in my camera, and I can't go back there and repay everybody for a fucking reshoot. But this guy, I was even showing him how to act with the axe and say these lines to Rudolph and the other reindeer, and he has a southern accent, and he's like, on Donna, on Cupid, on. And takes the ass.
It was that thick? Holy shit.
What the fuck, motherfucker?
Whoa.
I just showed you how to play it. Just copy me. 12 fucking. Holy shit. I would have
been dying.
I fired the guy. I went home. I fired the guy. I didn't even put the foot. I erased the footage. Fuck you. So we had to reshoot. So we had to reshoot and shit like that. But it is what it is.
I mean, you have the vision. You know what I mean? And if you would know if somebody would be like, all right, this is really good with that accent, then you'd be like, sure, we'll keep that shit. But if it just isn't a fit, it's not a fit.
I didn't mind. It wasn't the fact that the guy had the accent. I just didn't realize he was as wooden as a doorknob. I'm even showing the guy, go do a little no, and milk and cookies. And I'm showing him how to be playful. There's there's comedy in the words.
JD says, I would forget all the damn deer's names. I'd be fired.
I don't know. I don't care if you call him. I don't care if you call the reindeer, Carrie White, or Carrie Fisher or whatever. I don't care. Well, it's not the reindeer's fucking name, man. It's the performance. The
On
guy's supposed to
dickhead,
be
on asshole.
the guy's supposed to be a nut job anyhow. So he's not going to
Exactly.
know. He's not going to know all the names, for fuck's sakes.
But
But
sure as
dude,
shit wouldn't keep it straight.
but it was like, oh my god. So my guy, a really good friend of mine, he hadn't been in any of my movies in a long time, and he was going to be in this movie, but in a different part. I said, Rick Ryan, I'm going to give him a little plug here. Dude, he's the character of Alex. Alex is the Norman Bates. He's the not supposed to be Santa Claus, but he's Norman Bates puts on the wig, he puts on the mom's dress, he's his mother. This guy puts on the suit. It's not a wig and a beard. I got this guy a really good prosthetic mask that he wears at moments, but when he does do dialogue, it's off because we know that this guy is Santa Claus. It's not like he's a Jason where you can't take off the mask. Jason doesn't talk. Right. Michael Myers doesn't talk. Leatherface doesn't talk. This is a human being that's got issues, but for some reason, and I don't want to tell people, I don't even tell the actor, you do your homework and you do it the way you want. I don't want to tell you how to play my guy. You can come up with something more brilliant than I did. So
it's there in the script, right?
It's in the script, but I want the actor to make it his own.
Sure.
I don't like, actors say the word say my dialogue, that it will sound as natural coming from you. If you need to change a word, as long as we get the point of what is in the scene, you can change a word. It's not like you got to call up a writer in Paris. Hey, we got to change this word. I'm the fucking writer. I'm right there.
I mean, I love that.
We're not curing cancer. Nobody is. Nobody is by doing movies, good movies, studio movies, or horror films, or whatever. It's got to be fun. It's a blast for me. I want you on my set to have a blast as well. I work with the same.
And that's how it should be.
I work with actors again and again. I've had people. I have a great friend of mine, Stephen Natel. In that fight scene at the end of Ravage, it's a 4-minute uncut one take that I shot, and I'm the photographer that went and did all that shit while they're doing their gladiator battling shit. I'm the photographer in the middle of that shit. Anyhow, started as an extra. The guy does in my other film the special effects makeup. He's doing some of that now. I gave him a part in Ravage. He plays one of the guys in Ravage Nation. He's going to be in this movie. I'm loyal to my friends. Of course, you've got to fit the bill. If you're not right, let's find you something else to do or catch you on the next bounce. But I'm loyal to people. I like working with familiarity. People that like me and work with me, they like me and work with me because I try to keep it real. I'm not a bullshit artist. I don't want bullshit coming from people. I'm in New York. I can smell your shit a mile away. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. I can see you coming a long time ago. Uh-oh. Oh. Fuck.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. So
for sure.
That, it is what it is my point. People take these things too seriously. Let's have fun when making a movie. That's why it's not all that. We're not the bag of chips. There are even the big studio people, the big stars, the big directors. You know, it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
people today are giving. I love these terminologies. Icon YouTuber, icon influencer. What the fuck? The terminology icon is the body of work. Now everybody and their mother's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Why? That long. At one time, it was about merit, the work, the dedication, the blood, the sweat. Just because your fan base or the studio is paying the $25,000 for the star, you know, somebody's getting a fucking star. It's not about the body of work. So, you know, let's kind of bring it down to what it is. You know,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
yeah, you know. So it's not rocket science that we're doing here. That's why with me, God bless everybody that's doing whatever it is that they're doing. It's not for me. Um, I've watched movies. I fast forward. I'm watching a movie. Fast forward it to the end. I've seen it. First 5 minutes of a movie, it's gone. I've seen it. I can't get my brain cells back that I
You
lost.
know, and I have that moment a lot myself. JD says even TikTokers getting fame for clips. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, you don't have to have talent. You just have to go on, be like a douchebag or something, and you make money. It's
Yeah.
Where's the art in that?
Why do you think Hollywood is imploding right now?
Oh,
Disney
it
is
really is.
Disney is fucked. They bought too much. They bought too much. They're dumping. They just did a $48 million movie. They just dumped it. Crater.
Where is where's the rationalization of just throwing money away and then you don't even put the motherfucker out?
And not only that, but come the holidays, you're crying the blues and you're firing everybody, and then you're still having a Christmas party. Yay!
There's no
We
soul.
let go of 10,000 people, but who the fuck cares? I read an article today. That the studios are waiting. They're not giving in to the writers. I don't know about what's happening with the actors
I
tonight at
did
midnight.
hear about that.
But the writers, yeah, the studios want the writers to fall. They want them to come crawling back. They said they'll go a year. They don't care.
But why would they want to crawl back to Hollywood when there's no original thoughts left? I mean, they're cranking out revisited, regurgitated plot and remaking movies that don't need to be remade, people. I've been saying it for 2 fucking years on my show. Stop it! Leave them alone. They were good for a reason.
James Gunn fired everybody. Now he's getting unknown people where they can pay them $75,000. Hey, you know, Julia Roberts' first movie, Mystic Pizza, was $75,000. The Harry Potter
What's
kids.
wrong with that? Shit,
nothing.
I'd fucking dance naked in the street for that.
The Harry Potter kids were $50,000 for the first 2 movies. Then they negotiated, you know, and they got their money afterwards.
Sure.
But the point of the matter is you're getting these unknowns, or maybe they've been in 1 or 2 movies. But we don't need another Superman movie. A younger, better, good-looking Superman. We didn't need to see, even with Tom Holland. Is that the guy, Spider-Man? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
We didn't need to see Spider-Man, you know, at 14 and 15. What are we going to show him coming out of his mother's womb next? You know, how much younger do you need him? I mean, if Tobey Maguire was too old and now Holland is too old, you know, I don't want a 12-year-old Spider-Man with the same story. We know how Spider-Man got started. We know how the Fantastic Four got started. We don't need to see them back up in space again, you know, and then Dr. Storm, and we've seen it 1,000 times.
There's only so many ways you can do the same thing.
You know, you went from Tobey Maguire to being too old to to Garfield being too old to now the same
That's so
story.
true.
The same story. Well, the part 2 sucked because of Jamie Foxx, but the glue electric, whatever the fuck that was. And then you went to Holland. How much younger do you need him to be? We've seen it fresh, new. I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's the same old shit over and over again. They blame Kathleen Kennedy. They blame this one. They stop having business people making the decisions and stop
I
having
agree with that.
25-year-olds green lighting shit that don't know what they're doing.
I mean, if it's good, you'll know it with just like let's say a trailer. You just shoot a trailer and test market it and see if people are interested. If they're not, leave it the fuck alone, people.
Let certain franchises die.
Right. And there's
Scream,
some franchises that I
Scream
think
needs to die.
and
Jesus.
you
Get stabbed and you get blown up, and then the third reel, hi, I'm fine. I'm going to be in the 7th movie. But you were just killed 20 times. But a little tape from the hospital, and I'm good to go for the next movie. What?
Right.
You were just dead.
Yeah, I honestly think Scream is the only franchise that got a facelift that is decent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't exactly say, I would watch it 1,000 fucking times, but
it's the same story though in the third act.
It really is.
They're blaming when you break it down, it's somebody connect. We did not need Sydney. I'm sorry, Sydney. We did not need you. Thank God you weren't in it. Because
it actually didn't hurt the film. It almost made it better.
But yeah, I mean, what's the point? What's the point if the killer is not going after Sydney?
Because there's a new Sydney. Now,
right,
I'm hoping that they develop that character into becoming a psychotic killer herself. Now,
dude,
that would be cool.
I knew Delmert McRooney. I knew he was behind it. I knew the other kid. It's so obvious who the killer is. And then you have the same boring explanation. My son, I did it for my son. He was making a movie. My sister, my brother. Are we doing Chinatown now? My mother, my sister, my mother. What the fuck, people?
JD says, I know what you did last summer. I started watching that series and I turned it off.
Oh my God.
It's terrible.
They did Scream, the TV series, and it was like a piece of shit. Yeah, man. I mean, that's why, at least with me, I may be in my own world, in my own bubble, but I try to create my characters to have some kind of a backbone, to be something a little bit different. I'm not copying Halloween. I'm not copying, which I love. I'm not downing that.
Of course
I'm just saying, you could do the serial killer. Dude, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the new one, fuck me. God, did that suck. That sucked.
The one that went to Netflix?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what did you just do to a classic?
I just watched it again last week just for the hell of it because it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
The fucking chainsaw is in the wall for 50 years.
My favorite scene, to be honest, to be fair, there was one scene that I actually enjoyed, and that was the fact of,
that the sister got killed.
Right.
Holding her. Yeah. I mean,
it was the party bus, because I see those things going around all the fucking time, and I'm like,
you do anything, you're canceled. What
I was like, that's fantastic.
They're all
everybody on the party bus.
And then everybody on YouTube is saying, oh, it looks fake blood coming out. I'm like, I was laughing my ass off.
I was rolling. Oh, JD, you are absolutely right. I just watched this. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
watched the latest Jeepers Creepers, and I said,
Oh,
the fuck are you doing?
Reborn. I know.
Reborn is so bad. Oh my God.
A bad creeper mask, not even a good one. They didn't even go to eBay.
He didn't look the same. Exactly.
They went to the Spirit Halloween store, bought the mask. Fuck.
I agree 1,000 fucking %. That shit looked so stupid.
God, that was horrible.
And since when did he start having these new outfits? Because all he had in the first two, which were great, was just a fucking duster. Now he's wearing sweaters.
Right. But didn't he have like powers of some kind? Or
yeah,
I don't know. There was
and there's a cult involved now.
There's a cult involved, yeah. So they went for Halloween 6, that there was a cult involved.
Which they should have never have done.
Oh, God. My friend, not friend, but a guy I know directed that. I'm sorry, it sucks. I had to apologize to him. I'm like, it sucks.
Well, I mean, it just, you introduce an element like that, and suddenly it's like, this is too far-fetched to be believable.
You know, there's that saying, what is it? Not plausible.
You don't want to see it, JD. You don't.
Yeah, no, you don't. Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
I see movies like that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You should have heard me in my house. It's in the wall. The chainsaw's in the wall for 50 years. How did it fucking get in the orphanage wall? And then somebody must have liked Halloween 2018, which I did, where they brought her back, Jamie Lee Curtis. So they brought back Sally Hargitay. And she's out there. And
I love that. That movie is great.
This short little thing, in Texas Chainsaw, bow-legged. And she's there, and she's almost ready to kill him. Say my name. Say my friend's name. And she lets the guy go. What the fuck? Shoot him.
That is why indie film, it's really where the talent is. And everybody out there in Black Flame knows that Reaper's Underground is all about highlighting true fucking art. And and it's not just because I act in films, people. No. It's because I know the difference between what really is a diamond in the rough compared to a mainstreamed piece of shit that we keep getting fed over and over again. I mean, there's all this hoopla about the Insidious, the Red Door. We're revisiting this whole thing again. And I'm like, I just don't even know I don't even know if I want to watch it at this point. How much more can you do to the same thing?
I don't like the Conjuring universe. I don't like the Nun.
Why would they even make a sequel?
I hate
the first one was trash.
Somebody put her in the barbecue and burn Annabelle already. As far as
a doll that literally does nothing.
As far as I'm concerned, James Wan was great with Saw.
He was.
And now the rest of his movies to me is just crap. I mean, Aquaman, really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, really?
Question for you.
It's nothing. Yeah, hey, man.
He says, Michael, what was one of your favorite movies to shoot?
Oh my God.
Like your most favorite.
My most favorite movies. I mean, all of them had a different reason and what was fun. I mean, difficult, but then turned out to be fun. Difficult turned out to be a winner. Difficult, life lesson taught. Every experience is new. I go into 12 Days of Carnage new. Because I'm 4 years smarter than 2022, whatever it was, 2021. You learn. Everything's a new learning experience for you. 2019, The Butcher, I learned a lot from that. Again, that was my one movie that I put out there because I was afraid the other movies were going to get laughed at. I was never the guy that things happened to me, that I got things handed to me. I'm not the guy that was um, the good looking college jock that everybody flutters to and runs to. These things don't happen to me. The awards don't happen to me. The accolades don't happen to me. Not that I was a loser, but
We're the underdogs.
some people have that automatically. It's like that old saying, the good-looking A-list actor brings them into the movie. The character actor keeps them in the movie.
Yes.
Your Laurence Olivier kept you in the movie. Your James Caan kept you in the movie. Your Pacino brought them in. Your Marlon Brando brought them in. Your Tom Cruise brought them in. Oh, I love Tom, but but the character actor, the character actress, the story, the acting kept you in the seat. Robert Redford brought you to the theater. Dustin Hoffman kept you in your seat.
I've always felt that way. Yeah, some people do have a certain look, or maybe
Right.
they're blowing up on the internet. But at
Right.
the end of the day, are you keeping everyone's attention?
Right. Today it's all, let's go hire a publicist. Let's do this. Let's do that. There's a lot of actors today that are overexposed. I think you guys need to go away for 2 years. You're overexposed, man. Enough of you. I love you, but enough.
They don't have to be in everything.
They don't have to be in it. My God, do we only have Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine left? They're in every fucking voiceover, every fucking commercial. Steve Harvey. How many fucking shows do you need, dude? Ryan Seacrest. You had
Isn't
to
he
get
supposed to take over Wheel of Fortune?
And you took over Wheel of Fortune. Why? You got off of your stupid show with Kelly Ripa. You came back on for what? She's got her husband now, but you came on 3 episodes. I thought you were done. Take a break. It's like all these other Garth Brooks, retirement, Cher, retirement, Madonna, retirement. Now they're all fucking out there again. They need the money.
Well, that's because they didn't make good decisions.
What's the baseball? The football player guy, Tommy Roma, whatever his name is.
Oh,
retiring. The guy's now making more fucking money by talking about the game than he was being in the game.
Isn't that something?
I'm just saying, folks. Let somebody else
yes,
get the work.
Metallica
Let somebody else
needs
get the
to
work.
retire. So when can we expect 12 Days of Carnage to come out?
I would have, in a real world, if I had the funding that I needed.
For sure.
But again, we're not taking actors. We're all working whenever we can on our days off. If everybody can only make it on a Monday, I prefer that anyhow. Because where I'm filming is in the open. I'm filming in Sweets of Falls. A lot of the scenes. It's not going to all be in Sweets of Falls or Escondido Falls in Malibu, but certain key scenes are because it's Santa's Woods. It's his playground. We get up. We're there at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. We're done by noon. there's not a lot of looky-loos. When we just filmed Monday, there was maybe 20 people that went by. 2 weeks ago, there was like 40, but it was a fucking holiday.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend or whatever, and then you have the 4th of July. We're gonna film on the 24th, one more time there, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna film. There's a big scene we need to shoot in Big Bear. One of my actors, his aunt has a cabin, and what I'm paying is like ridiculously low. So we were doing one of the scenes there, but it's not like all the actors can take off and we could all go filming for a month and then go back to, everybody
Right.
is doing whatever, other movies, or that we've got a job. It's not like I'm giving everybody, $50,000 to be in my movie. Everybody gets paid. Everybody gets paid. I mean, I know a lot of people that, now I'm not saying people that are friends that are doing it for free. I'm saying there's a lot of people out there that are not paying the actors. They're not
That's
paying
for
the
sure.
crew. They're not paying the crew. They're not paying this. They're not paying. My actors get paid. My makeup artist gets paid. I do not get paid. I buy the costumes. I buy the wardrobe. I buy the food. I buy the this. I buy the that. But my people are taken care of. I don't fuck anybody over. I know a lot of people that have been fucked. There was a big guy that was doing a big scandal on Indiegogo.
I heard about
$600,000.
this.
You heard about
Yep.
him, right? He
Yep.
said, this one's in the movie, that one's in the movie, that one. $600,000. He fucked people. Well, now he's in jail. But, yeah.
Oh, he got his
Yeah.
just desserts.
Unfortunately, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I feel that it could be said for any industry, not just the horror genre. It could be done in any industry and not just filmmaking. But there are a lot of charlatans out there.
There is.
There's a lot of creepy, scummy people that are out there. That's all I'm going to say. That are there just to try to fuck people over. It just seems to me, though, because I'm dealing with the horror industry, there are fantastic people out there. There are
really
great people. There really is. But there's that certain percentage that's just so smarmy. And they keep working over and over, and the same people are with them over and over and over again. And it just seems to me, I'm not built that way. I sleep at night. I couldn't do that to
I'll
another.
tell you,
I couldn't do
that's
that to another
definitely
human being.
a gift.
I couldn't do that to
'Cause
another
I've-
human being. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been fucked over. We've all been fucked over. We all have stories. But
For sure.
But the thing is, it just seems to me, I don't know. I don't do rom-coms. I don't do really dramas. But I love the horror.
A lot of that
genre.
shit's boring.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying from where I'm coming from, when I see other people in the same industry, in that particular genre, there are a lot of snake charmers and the elixirs and whoa, and potions and this and that, and it's a whole circus, and we've got our crew people of and it's just so I want to take a bath.
Yeah.
I just want to take a shower. You people are making me so dirty.
I feel that 1,000%.
and also, I'm a firm believer that for every good horror film that's out there from the studios, that's why the Academy does not honor horror people, because of the fact that there's a lot of crap in the horror community that's just garbage. So the Academy members, for every Ellen Bernstein and every Toni Collette in Hereditary, is far and few.
Yes.
Dude, I'm sorry. There's a lot of crap out there in horror films. And if you like that taste, it's not my cup of tea. It's fine. I just want to try to do something a little bit different. I want to have a little integrity. And I want to try to be the best that I possibly can be. Yeah, I can go out there and make these movies that everybody else is making. I'm not that guy. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure it's fantastic for other people. It's just not my cup of tea. That's it. I'm not, whatever. But at least have a little pride. If I'm going to spend the amount of time and energy and money, and I'm going to try to do the best thing I can possibly try to do. Now, if you're going out there and you're making on purpose one of those kind of movies, say some people are making them on purpose. Some people want to have the TNA. Some people want to have, the chick with the big tits, and that's all we got. And we're gonna, cut her throat. And
don't even get me started.
And then let's pull out the eyeball. Let's look at the eyeball. Let's stomp on the eyeball. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if you're licking the eyeball, that's fun.
Hey, that's fun.
Man, I'll tell you what, there are so many fucking movies that tits and ass alone cannot sell. I'm telling you that right now.
Tits and ass cannot even save a movie. Fuck.
No. At that point, you might as well go to Pornhub, motherfuckers.
But they're all the same.
They are. Sure, you might, get your creepy folks that, want to see that shit, and that's the only reason. But at the end of the day, I'll take a good fucking story, a piece of fucking art.
You know what?
Any day. Otherwise, go to the strip club.
You know what? You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but if you watch, and I'll tell you why. If you watch, are familiar with the movie Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. People laughed at it. People, what the fuck? Okay. Meanwhile, he got a $500,000 budget. He's all over the map. They're doing 4 and 5 other kind of movies, themed Cinderella, Bambi, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. The first time I saw it in the movie theater, I was like, the girls are not great actors, but they had great kills. I watched it the second time not too long ago. You know what, dude? Not only are they laughing all the way to the bank, but it had great moments. It started off with Peter, the guy that created Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it had animation at the beginning and drawings about Pooh and his friends. I'm like, this is pretty fucking good. Okay, granted, the girls were a little stereotypical, the one with the selfie, but you're going to throw that in a movie because you need the TNA in the movie.
Because it's modern day.
Yeah, But all in all, though, but if you break it down, aside from the fact that, okay, they had the mask on and there were guys in masks, but if you put that at the wayside, the kills were fucking good.
Yes.
They made $1 million. $1 million opening.
That's
huge. Where were all these other
for
movies?
A film like that?
Where were all these other wannabe movies? Everybody's laughing at these people, but now they got a $500,000 budget for the part 2.
See? It's called original thought, people. You bastardize something that is a childhood staple. I love it.
There's a Cinderella one coming out from somebody now. They had pictures. There's the same people now. I think they're doing the second one. They're doing a Bambi. Whatever. That's all.
Bambi goes crazy and kills.
Yeah, Christopher Robin was the guy I was thinking about. But yeah, that's all good. My favorite thing is, I've been saying it lately, is like, I don't know if anybody out there remembers the original Batman with Jack Nicholson. And he's telling his guy, and I've been saying this like the last month, man. I just crack my friends up. It's not an imitation, but I'm just saying this line from the movie, and it's like, what kind of a world do we live in where a man dressed up like a bat gets all my press? And
It's a stellar line.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to do the best fucking thing I can do, but all these other fuckers are getting my press.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's why you're here at the Underground, and for everyone out in Black Flame Land.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, now you fucking know. And where? Okay, so we can go to Vimeo and
Right.
YouTube to catch
all
your
movies.
films.
Not
of
Ravage
them?
Nation. Not Ravage Nation. That's
Right,
film
right.
festivals. Ravage Nation though is out on Blu-ray and DVD, so I am selling it. So if you go to my Facebook, you will see an ad with a link to how to buy the DVD or the Blu-ray in Dolby Sound. So it's, I went to a place and spent a shitload of money and got like 100 copies of each. So it's not like I pressed the DVD at home. You know, you guys got it's a good quality picture. But yeah, The Butcher and Ravage are both on YouTube and they're both on Vimeo. Ravage Nation will come out streaming, but it's still in festivals. But it is out on physical media.
So make sure that you check out Michael's Facebook page, and that's where you can get all the Carnage candy that you want.
All my films also have their own fan page. So type in The Butcher, Ravage Nation. They all have their own fan page. So it has the actors, some videos, some links to here and there and whatnot, and you'll find me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. It has been an absolute blast. Michael,
yeah,
I've got to have you back on, especially when you're ready to drop the 12 Days of Carnage. Guys, this is what real films are. And if you love horror like we do, Michael's got some awesome fucking stuff for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So we will definitely have you back on, and I'll definitely stay in touch with you. And maybe one day you might see Reaper, the big bad devil daddy,
in one of my movies.
I would fucking love it.
Love to have you in a movie.
Right. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
And, you know, as you're getting ready to lay it down, you know, to start a new work day, you might have your, you putting on your footies and, you know, your blankie and all that good stuff with visions of murderers in your head.
Milk and cookies.
And milk and cookies.
For Santa.
Stay heavy.